Record, minimize. Let's go over this.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Straight off the beginning, here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to say, no, I want you to say how you're going to do it first, and then we'll do me. What is the
Um.
smartest thing to do? Not what you did. Now that we can see the screen.
Yeah. Um. Well, I would go for the 8 and the 9, like
8,
100%.
9, 100% for
Yeah.
both.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I don't like the 2. It takes, or at least not yet. I like the straight path because there's a little bit of space between us.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I took the 2, but this is the right course to go.
I think I just did whatever
I
and
think you can
lost.
get I think you can take one of the 2 after you take this, but it'd be a little difficult to defend.
I think what you could do after taking the 8 and the 9, if you're like super fast, you can take the 2 like going the way you're going, because then you kind of have to go backwards if you took the 8 and the 9.
Right. Well, let's see what happened. I'm pretty sure I did the
I
wrong one.
just
Yeah, see, I went over here. Look, you're in a position to win. There's no reason for you to lose right now. You have
yeah.
almost double the production as me.
I'm pretty
So,
sure I lost. Oh, I actually did what I said. Down.
so I attacked both and you 100% defended this one and lost that one. And then you went down here and tried to take this. Now I have production. You're not
Right.
reinforcing. You have not reinforced at all. There we go. Dude, that was like 8 ships probably. That could have been helping this entire time.
That's true. That was some important A ships.
Now you have this one. However, I'm in a position because I bet you just sent 100%. And if you look down here, that's a 50%. So I'm about to
Right.
snatch. And I took it. So now I'm in a winning position. So I say here it was the lack of reinforcing plus the unnecessary attacking of these
Mm-hmm.
and 100%. So like 3 reasons that you lost this.
Okay.
Yes.
I you know what? I like my path though. I'll
Yeah,
take
you
it.
did a good path. I expanded wrong. Okay, now we're on a bullet con map. So these are the smaller
Oof.
maps. One thing you have to remember here, which I didn't do very good immediately, which I blame that we just got on and I haven't played all day, but since there's so little planets, you got to think about how much little space there is between us. That
Right.
makes everything a lot more rushable. However, these are cheaper. So obviously, 1, these are free, and definitely the 8 and into the other one probably.
Yeah. I was thinking like 50% to both.
Yeah, so let's do yours. You said 50% to both ones.
Like 50 and then 100.
Okay,
Two.
so which one do you want to go at first?
The left one would be like my instinct.
This is your 50,
Yeah.
and this one's your 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, so the issue with this is you're going to be slow to take the 8. Plus, you don't need that many ships over here, right? Because let me tell you why. My instinct would be 50 here,
Uh-huh.
50 here, 100 there. That gives me 75 ships over here as opposed to your 25.
All right.
And then I have 25 on defense over here, just enough to slow you down if you took all this, where I'd get
Uh-huh.
the first capture. Because obviously, once I see you take this, I'm going straight through here to take that from you. Whereas you don't have nearly enough to, with your 50 ships, take 9, then 8, then easily take my 25 ships that I over here, and I'll
All
have
right.
75 ships over here, which will be enough to pretty much wipe you out pretty easily. So that's another percent issue. Just in the future, when you see this, you see a losing side 1, right? Because you're not going to win this side.
Right.
All you need really is like 2 ships just to take it and hold it for a little bit. You don't need half your ships over here. You want to guarantee that you get all your side.
Okay.
Winning side, priority. That's what I'll say from that. I'm pretty sure you won
Oh,
this though. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I take the 14 or something stupid. Nice. You got there really fast too. See, you sent 100%, and right now I'm not going to disagree with your 100%. However, since there's 0 ships here, in like 2 seconds you could send over to this really easily.
right. Right. I don't think I did. I think I just forgot about it because.
Right. These first couple games were pretty rough, at least on me. Cool. I take the 8. You have everything I have, but I have a attack on the way, so you're going to be at a slight disadvantage. I took the 14 for an unknown reason. That is not a good planet, especially in close quarters like this.
I mean,
You are doing good though. See, you're capitalizing on this 8 for the speed to get to this 1. Theoretically, you should reach the 1 before I do.
let's
And
see.
you're gonna have the better
Right.
defensive
Right.
position. However, it looks like you're sending way too many ships here whenever you have the advantage already.
Okay.
Look, yeah, see I redirected, you're empty over here probably, but you do have a huge float. And when you notice this, if it's impossible to defend over here, you might as well just land this to get like an
Yeah.
even blowout. Nice. Good capture. I'm taking the 1 finally. You held. I took all of these though. This should be enough to recapture it, and hopefully you have some over here too. Yeah, look, you held. You got that back. You're easily going to take all this, and you took my home plus the bad planet I took.
I see.
You're in a great position here to win. Yeah, it's over. This is whenever I should just surrender fast.
I mean, I think it was a 14 that really messed you up.
Yeah, 14 killed, plus my initial expansion wasn't that great. Alright,
Well,
let's go
yeah.
from your side. Now that we can stare at the map without me speed blitzing you with my 0
Yeah.
ping.
Yeah. Because I really.
I mean, look, I have a 0 ping in that server, so it's like I'm going to be extra fast here.
So I think I don't know. It's a bit interesting. Probably the 36 and the 33. Just hundreds of those.
Okay, 100 through here. That's your first planet.
Yep.
The problem with
Yep.
36 is after you take something that expensive, you kind of have to wait and see what I do. So, because if you take another one, that makes you rushable, right? Because that's over
Right.
half your ships. So, here's what I'm gonna do as a counter to your 36 to get in a better position. I'm gonna go for the 34. Now we spend
Okay.
about the same. So, what are you gonna do?
Well, I well, how much percent you put in the 34?
100.
50? Oh, 100? Oh, I could probably go for the 34 too.
So you're gonna go over here.
Yeah. From
Nice.
the
That puts you in a better position than I'm currently in. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do though. You are down by 36 ships now. If you're down by 36 ships, ooh, I'm obviously going to send 50% here. And I'm probably going to send the rest this way. Okay.
Right.
Is there anything you want to do at this point? Because obviously that's like enough time for you to make another move.
Um, the fact.
Remember, right now you're up in production, but you're down in ships, and I'm about to have an attack over you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So I'm thinking
but
defend
you gotta think though. If I'm taking this 10, what's another obvious planet I'm gonna go for that would give me a production lead?
the 9.
Right. So once I take this 9, I'm gonna have production and a ship lead. So what are you gonna do? You gotta
Well, then
obviously take the 10, right?
I sort of have to at that point.
Right. So my issue here with your side is that you don't really have an attack, and I'm already floating you. We roughly have. Mm, hold on. You're gonna have more production than me because you have the 36, but I'm gonna have the 9, so it's not gonna be too much production. And I could probably slip something else in if I really need to, like this 22 back here, or
That's
maybe
super iffy. I don't think
while
like
I'm floating you though, like
maybe. Yeah, yeah,
everything else is
yeah.
too
That's possible.
expensive. Like this 36, that's a little extra risky. I like the 21, but it's too close to you. This 22 is really my only option here. See, what we couldn't get out of this though, and clearly I still make mistakes, right? I
Yeah,
shouldn't have sent 100% right here. I think in this scenario, you have a lot more opportunity to win because you're already back here. You can easily snatch that and grab that if I take the 22.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, oh, if you take the 22, I'm going for the 9.
All right, cool. Let's see what we actually did because I'm pretty sure I just speed blitzed you here.
I kind of flopped.
Oh,
Okay.
what? You went before me. I think I just stared at the screen.
I mean, I would too. It was just like a panic mode. I mean, yeah, you
This
went
map
100,
is a little hard though, really.
75 on 20. Okay.
Yeah. I sent 70% forward. Now I sent it again. But you went from the 36 to the 33.
Yeah.
Let's rewind a little bit. Let's see how much we both spent. I end up taking these two, but you end up taking these two. So let's go for you. You are minus a lot of ships right now, which makes you very attackable.
I mean, minus like
69.
20
You're minus
about
69 ships right at the start.
what the start, yeah. But since you take the 34 and the 10, it's more like 25,
Hmm,
lacking 25 ships.
6 plus 10, 16 plus 9. It's like 24, yeah. It's still enough because even if I'm minus 24, my front planet's right here and yours is right here. And I can go back here.
Um,
I can go back here easily, and then I'll have production and ship count, though, in the position we were in. Let's just see what happens, bro. This is
I
a hard map, I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
This is very strange. I don't like it. I personally very just much like this map.
Alright, I start with the initial float. You did good to attack me right here. Hopefully I defend. This might be the one where I was having percent issues. I think you won this one. Oh, but ooh, that's deadly.
That's true.
And I'm still holding it. Okay. So I'm holding this float. Ugh, I don't know about.
You
Actually,
kept
yeah, that
going
that
for
might
it.
be that might be the winning option here, because I'm not sure if I would have production even if I took this. Because these planets are huge, dude. That's like 180
Yeah,
production
I
right
like
there.
I like the chunky. I like that. Yeah.
Alright,
Um.
I'm still floating you. I was late to capture that.
Yeah, I don't really like your floats. They're annoying. They're a bit annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, but you're not able to 100% spam me, are you? Because if you do, I'm just gonna take everything.
No. I would be very tragic.
Alright, good defense by me. You're kind of stuck now.
Wait, how did I? Hold on. What happened there? Like, go back like a millisecond.
Where?
Did I? How did I capture that?
This
But
one
like,
ship?
what?
This one
Yo,
ship that you sent? And
that
I
one
sent
ship
100% that way.
came in clutch. I like.
But I was already tracking, bro. Like, you see this fleet right here? The
Yeah.
second I sent that 100, I kind of
M-
knew.
minus point one production. It's fine.
Like, bro, it's literally the same millisecond.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good, and you didn't capture that. Proper defense here. You're trying to spam me with 100%, and you can because I don't have a fleet over here. However, since I held my fleet over there for so long earlier, that really makes this attack a lot weaker than it would have been earlier in the fight.
All right.
Well, you are going to capture that, though. It's a good attack. You should have swapped. Are you going to capture it? Nice. Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's why I did win that. Okay.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look. Why am I playing with 50% the whole time? All right. There's your 2 wins. You're
Everything
winning the set.
else is a loss.
I
If it
know, but
was
you're winning
best
the
of
set
three, I
right now.
won. Boom. Well, like, but no, it wasn't.
God
Okay.
damn. What is your ping on my server, bro? Because we're like,
It's like 60, 70.
all right,
It's
that's
pretty
awesome.
good, to be
That's
honest,
pretty
though.
good. Yeah, that's actually
I don't
really
know.
good. So
Yeah.
clearly, we both went for the 10, and I do agree with the 10.
Just straight 100%.
What do you
All
want to
right.
do after the 10?
Yeah, no, definitely the two.
Definitely the 2.
Come on.
And
What do you mean, and? I feel like because if I just rushed you like tunneled, I'd probably capture your two. If you
no
went
way.
for the six, if you went for the six,
No way.
yes.
There,
Oh,
dude, there's enough
actually,
space. Bro, I swear I can get away with that 6.
there's that. Look at that space, bro. That's like nothing. That's
But
like
look at that
nothing.
production.
Okay, but you're not making that in like half a second. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
You might
promise you.
make that in like 2 seconds, but
I bet we
I
both
don't
took
know.
it too, bro. But I promise you, I'm taking, well, first the 2, then the 6, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I flopped this one. We'll see. Well, damn, I'm just.
Yeah, you sent, you're not reinforcing either. Me neither. But you're sending 100% out of your front planet. Even though I did it at a better time.
That's true.
And I held like a bunch of ships over here, so you're not just going to take that. Like, I swear these close range little battles are like all about percent usage, bro. That's what you need to fix. Really bad.
Okay.
Because you're not going to win these just using 100%. You're going to win these using a combination of 50 and 70.
Why 70?
Because 70 is essentially sending 50 twice, just a little less. And it's just a more
Okay.
powerful condensed fleet. 70 is for like tunneling whenever somebody's floating over you too.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
That way you can move ships fast, but not too many, you know? half the movements and
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
50%.
Hmm.
Another bullet con map, cool. So the reason I like these maps though is because it kind of helps you get good at all map sizes. So
No, it.
you
I
got to get good at close quarters, which is what this is. It's a little speedy, and you got to be more perfect with your defense.
no, I just this is torture. Can't lie to you.
It'll
Like,
help.
what is this?
It'll help you,
50% to
bro.
the 4, and
This
then
one?
like 50. Yeah,
50, 50,
50.
50,
Yup, yup, and then just like
20.
definitely that.
Cool. I agree.
But I just can't like
I would
can't think,
go
bro.
I would go 70, 50, 50, 50, just so I get more ships to the front faster. And from there, obviously attack slash float. You see the weak point, bro, already. Like, look, within this triangle is a very weak point. The weakest planet being this one. And then obviously this really side planet is really weak.
Yeah,
So these two planets should be your target. Like, you're floating it and making it look like you're going to hit these, but then you land on this one. Or you're floating right here between these two planets right here, and then you
yeah,
swoop down here and hit that one. Floating is just like a game of like tricking the enemy that you're going somewhere else.
yeah.
Nice.
Like, what is that, bro? Like, what? You
What?
didn't do that. Like, that's a robot. That's not you. That's literally not you.
Dude, I can't even get like a frame.
What? Like, what? No, like that's that zero pain coming into play. Like, what is that, bro?
I don't know, bro. That's
And I
just how
sent
I get.
100 to the.
You sent 100% here. I sent.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even like. I'm trying to find out what percent I sent forward.
No, you're not gonna find out.
I think it was 50. It was 50. I get one frame, and then I sent 20% here. Nice. That's perfect. See, it's still too many ships. Preferably, I would rather get rid of half of these and keep them over here. But I'm just not that perfect, I guess.
No, you're actually like you have a lot of imperfections. Yeah.
I know. It sucks. I'm gonna just float you with this one because you didn't take anything. And you're still behind in production even after you finally take it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. You know, it's not like I can tell, but it's fine.
Well, this is an analysis.
I did take too much. Yeah, no, like I just knew. All right.
Do you see this little tendency I have to like circle my mouse between games?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like disgusting.
It's the Osu in me, bro. I spin it so I can see where the first circle hits and I could be like everywhere. So bam,
Okay, well,
bam.
stop playing Osu. Just stop. Retire.
No, I'm great
You
at
gotta stop
Osu.
playing that.
All right, cool. Let's do this one. Where are we going here? First
This is
move.
the worst map I've ever seen.
This isn't a great
Probably
map.
to the 29.
Okay. What's next? Because
And then
I'm also taking the 29.
I could go for.
This one is pretty
It's.
easy.
I mean,
It's huge and it's cheap.
yeah, the 17. I think. Well, you think the 30. I don't know, because that's more like.
17's better. because of the 26.
Right.
Like if you took the 38 and that, I would take the 29, 17. I would probably go into the 13 next. But yeah, my first move would be at the 17. All right. So do you want to do anything from here on your side, or does it just become a float battle from here?
Well, 38 is a bit costly. Might have to be a
Sure.
flow battle.
But it's also a strong shape.
It is.
So
Dep- I think it
I
depends
think,
how fast
I think
you
from
got your
here,
stuff.
I think from here, I would move from the 17 to the middle one, and from my home to the middle one, and I would send out my floats through here. Right. But my floats aren't going to be to kill you. My floats are going to be to get the advantage enough to where I can take this 13.
Right. I think this is the one where like I typed, I was typing in the chat and I couldn't defend because I just like it just didn't want to.
This is a little difficult of a
Because
map.
I think I know what happened here, but yeah, let's see.
What?
I guess we both went for the 38. Um,
So
very
bad.
nice, very nice. I like that.
I
Wow.
think you just matched me because you saw me take it, but you
To
didn't
be
know what to
honest,
do.
if you go like the millisecond, you, like I'm, what am I? What like? It's just yeah, no.
Anyway, we both took that, and I ended up taking the 29 anyway.
Hmm.
You ended up taking the 13, so you're down in production. Please don't tell me I sent to the 17 yet.
You
No, I'm waiting on you.
didn't.
I'm waiting on you. Yeah, I was waiting to release it to see if he was like going to take something else. Cool. Now I'm on pure defense. Also, this is I know triangles are like the weak point, right? Triangles are
Hmm.
technically the weak point for floats, but since this triangle is so closed in, there's no way you're going to get a strong float in here, right? So that makes this a strong defensive shape.
Yep.
If you can't fit a float inside of it, if I can tunnel inside of it, that makes it a strong defensive shape. All right, let's see where this goes. You're gonna die here, bro. You have no advantage. You're down in chips. Wait, no, I'm down in chips, but not by much. I'm down by like 12 ships or 15, probably like 10 by the time you hit.
And
There we go. You match over here. You decide you're gonna take the 29.
I should have. I don't know why I took that one, but you
All
know,
right, you took the
okay.
smaller one. I don't
That
know
was.
why I decided to match you with the freaking 28 instead of the 17.
We are blundering these games.
But cool. I maintained production, I guess. Maybe this was my way of securing a nice path to the 13. I don't know what
We'll
I was
see.
thinking. I have production, so I don't need to do anything. Okay, it wasn't my idea then. Going for the
Oh,
17.
yep, love that.
And you surrender. I don't know. I think it was over, but maybe you had a chance. I don't think you did. You don't have
Maybe
any ships.
I just yeah, like I felt like you just I like when I went backwards to the 29, then I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna like why did I do
Right?
that?
You lost
What is
from the
wrong?
path that you took. All right, this one I'm pretty sure I destroyed you in speed, bro. I hit my hex speed on this one, dude. What are you doing here?
Like 17.
Straight to the 17? Just straight to
Yeah,
6 and the 17?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. You want to know what I'm doing?
No,
Uh, 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 uh,
that's too
uh.
much. That's too much.
It's not, bro. Look at all this space.
That's not even that much space.
Check it out, bro.
Well, I
Dude, I'm telling you, if you play
okay,
Hex
but
a lot, check out.
realistically, that's like absurd. Like I would have a better chance by rushing, like a better one. Not like that it would go successful, just a better chance
I'm
at like
down
doing
by
something.
27 shifts right now, but I am doubling your production. So you either get a capture immediately or you lose.
Right, but I'm slow with the uptake, and so I like doing these things.
You matched very slowly. I do think I can agree. It shouldn't have been taking everything here, but I do like my initial pattern. I think I could have waited a little bit because obviously, let's look at the map again. Obviously, the 6 and the 17 are required. Right? We need these.
Like I just think
But
if if you did go for all of that,
if I
and
went
I
for
went
all of
straight for
this,
the
I
six
could
and
lose.
17,
I could lose very
the
easily,
six
right?
and the 17, and then I just go straight to your 17, 100%. I think
But
that's
answer
an easy
this.
win.
Answer this though. Like if I take the 6 and the 17 and you take the 6 and 17, but I also take the 7, do you really think you can rush that?
I mean, if you really said like exactly 7 ships, no, but
Right.
it might
So
be close.
so it would be smarter to at least take the 7, right?
It could be.
Right. So let's say we both take all of that. I think 11 kills me. I think 9 kills me. So I think these two planets are actually bad. But these three I think are necessary.
That's true.
And unless the only way this becomes a good planet is if I capture one of your planets for like 3, 4 seconds. So I agree my expansion wasn't great here, but what killed you here was your inability to react in a speedy manner. Like look, you weren't even aimed at the 6 yet. You were aimed straight at the 17. Whereas
Yeah,
I'm about to capture everything.
which is some bull, but at least I can redirect. Was it over yet? Then it was
So
because
now
like
you wait a solid like second to send your first attack, and you send your second one, and then you match a little bit of expansion, which is bad, right? There's no point in matching expansion unless you're going to match all of it, because now you're wasting your ship advantage here. And instead of me being down by like 24 ships, you took that planet, and now I'm only down by like 17 or 18,
yeah,
and I still have production. So there was absolutely no advantage in you taking that 7,
you're right.
unless you were also going to take the 11 and probably the 16 as opposed to my 9. That would have helped you win. It's like we know what happened here. It just became a floating game after this, and I had production the whole time. So let's get to the next game.
Oh
Ugh.
boy.
All right, nice. This is gonna be another one where I'm gonna fan, and then I'm gonna fan, and then it's gonna become a flow battle.
Yeah, I really love those. I love flow battles. They're so fun.
All right, what's your first move here? Remember one of the basic things I first taught you?
Yeah, the 5.
Yep, forward momentum. Awesome. And that's going to be with what? 50?
Yeah. We'll go like 50.
Cool. And then your next one.
8. The 8.
Now, is that going to be with 50 again or 100?
Um,
I would do 50 again. Just so you can
you
keep
think?
just so you can keep
bec-
the move in this direction. Like there's not much to take down here.
But I mean, like, what I think is that I could set 100 down there, take the 7, and it's like 2 tunnel paths to the 6. And I have like all of like I have reinforcements from the home planet
Okay,
down there,
so
you know.
you 100 here, and then you're gonna
Yeah,
go into the 7.
yeah.
What are you doing from this 5?
I'll probably just go straight like both of them, 5 and the 7 to the 6. A
Oh,
box,
so
you
you're
could
like
say.
blitzing here,
Yeah, you
straight from
know,
middle,
if I could, but I'm a bit slow with that.
right? So I feel like in a way it's smart. What you're trying to do here is get this offensive advantage
Hmm.
by getting the quickest path to middle plus a pretty decent reinforcement shape. And if you did go here like this, you would have the most powerful initial attack. However, let me tell you what I would do. Right. So I'm gonna send because I use 4 percentages. I'm gonna send 70 here.
Okay.
Right. That leaves me 25 ships that I'm gonna send over here with 100. All right. From that 25 ships, I'm gonna divide it between this one. I'm gonna 100% this way.
Okay.
So after that, I'm. Let me think about this. This is rough. Because there's something you could do here, but I feel like you wouldn't, and you might still lose if you do it. So I have 70% here. I'm going to send like 20% this way. That should be
Well,
just enough to get this 10.
let me guess what you think I might not do. That's risky, but who knows? Might reward
What might you not do?
the 6. Take the other 6.
Uh huh. See, that's something I would do. And if you hold it, you're going to win because now you have
Yeah,
like
no. There's no. If
so
I
much
hold that, like
production.
that's a win. But if I don't, then things are getting a little bit tricky.
All right.
I don't
So,
think I
yeah,
lose if I can't hold it though.
if you're keeping that in your pocket, right? If you're willing to take this 6, then you win. Because if I take this 10, that makes the 6 possible for you. If I if I only take like these, right? Then you
Hmm.
still have production and you can just float over the 6 and you don't need to take anything.
Hmm.
So,
That's what I
yeah,
like.
I like this. I do. I love this. This
Thank
is
you.
the most
Thank you.
efficient path for sure.
That's I was a bit iffy because you were like, "Oh, are you gonna send 50% or 100 to the 8?" And I was like, "Screw it. I'm gonna tell you what I really think."
Awesome.
In a game,
Sounds
I
good.
can't think that like smart, but looking at it back, I can definitely
And
make some better decisions.
I personally think Galcon is a lot harder when you're just staring at it and you have time to think.
Seriously,
Because,
I mean, I think in game, no, there's no way. I think in game is harder, especially when they're just better than you. Then like what am I doing?
alright, so here's what I did before you even moved 50-50.
Yeah, I love not moving. There we go. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, wait a minute. See, like I made better decisions here as long as I don't take the 7. If I take the 7, then this is not a great decision. However, think about it, bro.
No, no, no,
With
no,
our
no.
scenario earlier, you could have taken the 6 because I had the 7 and the 10. But if I don't take
Okay,
that 7, I can take this 10 and the 6 and be perfectly fine. I'm probably going
okay.
to take the 7, though. I'm not going to lie. It's my instinct to take it for the path. We'll see.
Let's.
There's a chance. There's a chance. I hope I'm smart
No,
enough
you
in
definitely
game.
take it. No, you definitely. I know you take it. Well, I'm assuming you do.
Oh
Yeah, look
no.
at you. Look at you. Look
Yes!
what? That's
Yes!
crazy.
I told you, bro. I'm smarter in game whenever I don't have time to think. I just make more
No,
natural, better decisions.
you were just way too fast for me. I can't handle that.
That's so facts, bro. Like this right here. This is a screenshot, bro.
Like that's so bull. Like, what do you want me to do? Listen, it would have been a tougher game if, like, okay, I still think if we went at the same speed, let's say, it would be really close in terms of like, yeah.
I
See, like,
mean,
what is
look what I'm
this,
doing
bro?
here, bro. Look how this is such a weak point. You can't exactly tunnel, can you? For defense, there's like so much space between everything.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one big floating weak point. And that's literally what I'm doing inside here. I'm just slowing you down while I try to attack you from over here too.
Yeah, I like when you do that. That's my favorite part of Galcon. Hey, I like my defense though. You know what?
Yeah, you did
I'll
pretty
take
good
that.
on defense actually.
I like that. I probably would have freaked out like a day ago or 2 days. Yeah, yeah. See, woohoo.
Look, bro, you survived.
Well,
Walk
I'm
straight
still kind
here.
of screwed, but you think you, yeah, you have like more production than me. So I
Ooh.
mean, yeah. There's
So that
just
would have been deadly for me if you didn't lose this. Which I had production, so you were down the whole time, made this unavoidable. But
what I don't get is what like
what's wrong? What's wrong?
you have so many in there, and like technically, like I just don't get how you have such a like you are way higher in ship count.
Because
You
I
know,
have the 10 and I spent like 3 more ships than you, but that's twice the amount of production as this little planet.
but like a few seconds later, you have like more than like a good like 20. While I'm literally out.
Well, think about
Like
it. Look at this frame, bro. Look at this frame.
I mean, that's fair. No, I mean, like
Four
you did take the
planets.
planets first, like
Yeah, 4
every planet
planets.
first.
This is hit by 2 floats right here with everything I have. And at the moment, if all of these were right here, I would still lose the planet. But you got to think about the future ships I'm going to have from the production. And this is just a great path to reinforce.
Yeah,
And I slowed you down with that one. So it's like there's so much things to do with like timing in this game. See, I barely
like that.
captured that back though.
If I had the 10, I could have maybe had a chance, but like, what am I gonna do there?
Right? I mean, you got to think, bro. You're playing versus me on 0 ping. 2 wins is kind of crazy considering you've never got more than one so far.
To
I would
be
I,
fair,
I would
no,
call that a
no, no,
dub, bro.
stop that, stop that. I beat you once in that our other set.
I said you've never got more than one,
Okay, that's true. That's true.
but you got 2 this set, so that's a win. What are we doing here?
Oh god, this I don't like this, right? Honestly, what? This is a little complicated.
It is. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So you can base your stuff off of me. So you would think 15, right? Because it's
I
better than the 19. But I'm still. I love this. I love forward momentum. That's like the momentum of moving forward. That's like half my style. So I'm
I
going for the 19.
I
That
get that.
that creates a path for not only these two but also that one, and I wouldn't have a path for these two if I went to the 15. So I'm taking the 19.
Okay.
First, my next move is going to be the 24.
Jeez. Okay.
After that, I'm also taking the 17. And from there, I'm going to wait for defense to see what you
Okay.
do.
I have a different approach. Looking back now,
Okay.
I would honestly just do like the best tunneling of my life. 15, 11, 17, 10, 7.
Ooh.
That is exactly what I would do.
Okay.
Just everything, like everything, bro. Literally everything.
I like that.
Boom.
That might win versus mine. See, I wasn't looking at that path because that's so weird all the way on the outside.
But the reason
15,
why
11,
is
17, 9,
mainly
7.
because of the 17. Like that is big production.
It
Everything
is.
else is
Plus the
too
10 and the
expensive.
7. And you got to think, why else does this win, right? This is one of the forward most
Yeah,
planets.
yeah, like I get you like forward momentum, but technically
This is forward momentum, technically.
and like in this map, since there's so many like it's just a big bunch of clusters of planets, there isn't really a good direct momentum. Like that is literally the most direct you can get.
Yeah, this is pretty awkward because this is one of those you kind of have to move backwards to move forward. I don't, yeah. I mean, I like it because it's like everything's so cheap. You got to think, how hard is this to defend, though? Like, this isn't really a tunnel right here.
I mean,
I don't get me wrong. I agree with you. This is probably the path I would go if I could redo it.
I just really don't think like if you took what you took, you're kind of screwed because I can
Yeah,
just send a
you're right.
float,
You're
and
right.
then like if you send, then I can just send the float back. I'm up in production by a ton. If you start expanding, I'll send like a nice 50% from the 7,
All right,
and
so
so.
all right,
But
let's go
listen,
back.
I don't I don't do that. Like I don't do that. It's too complicated for me to see it in like a second.
All right, let's say
Yeah,
we both did this, okay?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if we're both in this scenario, at that point we have this big danger zone where
Oh
we have
yeah,
a
I love that.
linear arrow of both offense and defense attacks that we would both send through here to float,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's just like this very dangerous path for both of us on defense. However, if we both did that,
Think
I think I would expand a little more on this at that point.
I would
I would
if you
take
did the same thing as me, I would probably go for the 8.
You would go for the 8. I'm going for the 20.
The 20?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think it's better. It's more production, and it gives me another path to you.
How? But the A does have like a direct path to your home.
Yeah, but the home's easy to defend. You got this whole line right here.
Yeah, but if you like, I mean, true. But since you'll be down in ships, like I don't know. I think it's close. Because if you take the 20 and I take the A and I go directly for your home, you'd have to tunnel all the way back, and then it's like, what's
Yeah, but
faster?
is there enough space for me to defend from only being behind 12 ships?
I mean,
Is it enough for you to really take advantage of that? Like, think about it. -8, -20. I'm just -12 now and ship count, but I have production too. So by the time you hit me, I'm going to be down by like 7 ships. And there's also that constant number of ships that are always going to be in the air you got to think about. Not only from here, but from here, from here, from here. And this is if you have a perfect tunnel, bro. Like, think about it. If your
well, I
tunnel's
mean, at that
perfect.
point, I'd have ships in my home. I can just send that to bring ships back to your home, and then take like the 8 on your rights. I mean, like you'd be at the 7 though. No, 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 no. I can't do that.
Right, because
Okay,
the 8's shielding me. So I do think 20 wins here in that scenario. But hey, let's watch what actually happened, because that was just
nothing,
hypothetical, and
nothing.
I'm sure neither of us took this path.
I wish that would have been beautiful. Like,
What? Hold on.
what am I doing? Why am I going for that? Oh,
Okay.
love that.
I went
Okay.
for the dual expansion here.
Yeah,
You went for the 33.
I mean, yeah, and it's super slow like that. You also went for it, so
So I feel like this is because whenever somebody is really fast playing versus you, you tend to make really rash decisions trying to keep up with them. And that's something you need to stop doing. You need to just play at your own pace and figure out your own strategy, no matter how fast they are. Because if you're thinking faster than you can actually process Galcon, you're just going to make bad decisions and lose anyway.
yeah, yeah. I need to
I
not
don't
be
think
stupid.
any of us played this map correctly, but
No, no, definitely not. You know what? The 17, like good. I really should have just done something. I think I surrendered like any second. Like there's just okay, great. Then I take the 17. You still have a bunch of production.
and you didn't capture anything. So it's like defense was perfect too. All right,
Yes,
what's up? What's up with you here?
this is this is bad.
It's hard,
This
bro.
is
These
bad.
maps are hard.
No, I don't like this because
You know why this is so hard?
it
Because,
conflicts with my morals.
right. So, unlike in the fill server where there's one obvious thing to do, in this one there's multiple different ways you can play every map, and that's what makes these maps actually good. Like, there's different ways to win. It's not just one answer for every map,
Yeah, I don't.
which makes it harder. Yeah, it makes it way harder to decide. So, I'm going to go again on what I would do.
Okay,
All right. I'm going to send. I don't like this 30. I do not like this 30 at all. I'm going to send my 20% over there. I'm
cool.
going to take these two behind me with like 20% each. And then I'm going to double down on over here. So, with some reinforcement, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Right.
It's this map.
Once this lands, I want this 3. And from there, I just want to maintain some sort of like attack float.
Uh, okay.
So my other option here, my other idea, which I feel like wouldn't work because I'm spending too much, mainly because like, bro, this map is weird, but I wanted to go from the 30 to the
What?
14 to the 3
Oh hell no.
and straight
I
into
mean,
the 0
okay. I
and then
like
over
straight
here.
to the 0.
Well, realistically, this isn't how I would have done it in game. I forgot because
I
I
can
like
I can give
defense.
you my thoughts now.
See, there's different ways to play this. You
I
know,
honestly, what I keep thinking, and like, because if I'm real, I need to start like putting my percent down. It's always 50 or 100. I would like to take the 5 and the 3 with 20, but what I might try to do in this sort of thing is rush. I would go 100 to the 16 and then just a 1 to the 0 and then to your 0 100
you
and
would
see
go
what happens.
100% here,
Yeah.
and then bam, bam,
Yeah, that's what I would try and
and
do.
kind of slowly work your way backwards.
Well, like if you come, where you first said you would, then I would just like if I take
All
then I
right, if
would
I have 20%
probably.
over here, you're gonna snatch it.
Yeah, and so like at that point, I mean, I also send one to my zero. So I'd have like an advantage if you do that. But if you go for like your rightmost strategy, I think you would definitely have a better chance of like
You talking about
defending.
if I went straight up like through here
Yeah,
and in here?
but
So
to be fair,
the only thing about this is that you have the 16 as opposed to my 30,
yeah,
which
and
automatically puts me behind its ships. However, I do have this like I can work backwards a little bit instead of working forward.
hmm
And you could also, however, since I'm right here,
yeah.
it's like I don't even know, dude. These maps are really hard.
Well, I really think like it just depends what we both do because even then I would have the zero first at the top,
Right.
the
I
top
think
zero
yeah. So I
because
think
yeah,
these maps are very dependent on what your enemy does, and that
yeah,
makes it
no,
pretty.
this is like you can't technically describe how you're gonna win. There's just
There's
so
too many
many.
factors involved. It's like
Yeah,
what
I
your
know. Like,
enemy
what if
does
he does
here.
this or that?
So I feel like the best way to do this is to break it down. Like you
I mean,
said, I should have moved forward first. This goes against my playstyle, but again, I'm obviously not perfect. I'm not like we're on the go. I'm trying to go fast.
I go for the 16, but I think I go back to the yeah. That's what I shouldn't have done.
Did you take the 16 though here? I wonder. Yes, you did. Okay, so it looks like you're almost working the strategy, but you don't have enough ships over here, I don't think.
That's true. That's true. And
Yeah,
there's a
alright, here's your reinforcement. Hopefully it lands before.
you're gonna get the zero, which I should have gone for. I think just as fast as I could. And my
So,
top zero, I completely forget about that. Like,
again, this is all like a complete strategy, on the go strategy of mine, where I'm reinforcing this and trying to hold this as long as possible. That's my plan here. Because I know for a fact you have, if all these lands, you're going to be able to take this, right?
mhm,
So what I'm thinking here is half my ships are up here, bro. If I can
yeah,
just hold out long enough here, I can weasel my way over behind you and then like flank you over here.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's what I do. Hopefully you don't take that 30. That'd be rough.
I don't think I do.
Ooh, wow. You sent 100% for a second there. That's why I got to
I know.
capture.
You know, if I sent maybe if I just so I could have that was so winnable. Like
I
I kind of
think you
I
needed to
have a good
win.
position.
I think you needed to win right here first,
Yeah.
and then you could have taken these, and you would have had the advantage if you would have just stuck it out right here and won this.
Or you know what? Even that attack I sent, I could have just sent it like up and
That is true.
kind of screwed your attack over
You
your
could
little
have,
flank and like
and just reverse cleaned me.
bro, what am I doing? I'm stupid in game. If I send it up or just defend it, like I could have easily taken that whole position there.
Do you see how I'm using box though? This is like the perfect way to use box. Instead of
Yeah,
individually hitting these, that's whenever you box.
you right click to send it to your home.
I do.
Okay.
I box with my, so whenever I'm reinforcing, I box with the left click, obviously, and I
Mhm.
right click any of my planets I'm reinforcing to. And that kind of makes it more smooth instead of having to do all this and then select
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
drag and
know.
drop. It's just select,
hmm
release, right click. Way
Okay.
smoother. Yeah,
Oh,
this game's over.
shoot. I could have. That was so
Bullet
winnable.
con.
All right. Oh no,
20,
this is ball. Like I think I
20
just.
gets you killed. 20 kills you, bro. I promise you. and I know you take the 20. I remember this.
Why does it kill me? Like, because
Dude, this is 12 planets. We're so close. 20 here is like the equivalent of a 40 on a regular map.
okay, that's fair. I guess yeah, you can't. It's just the instincts. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, look, it's over.
No,
And
this is where I just like no. Trust me, I had enough. But like, oh my god, I had enough, bro. I swore I had enough to defend. Like I actually think I did. But the
maybe.
percentage like messed me up.
Well,
I was
even if so, you did make a mistake because if you have the 20 and this one, why do you need 4 planets as opposed to my 2? You only need 3 planets as opposed to my
true.
2.
However,
So you
you
put
know,
yourself at a
production is always
disadvantage.
nice, and it's just that your 20 is like blocking you.
Right.
So
I
like
agree.
I really think I could have defended that game. Like if my percent wasn't being whack because it was typing in the chat instead of actually because I was trying to send 100 from my side planets to like the 20 and my home, but I just couldn't. Like, oh, this is like some. I don't even
Yep.
want to see this. Oh
Here's
god.
another one. Uh, with
No,
this,
like,
I'm
what is
gonna
this,
go.
bro?
With this, I'm gonna go 4, 2, 6. I don't think you can go wrong with that.
I don't think you can either.
Ooh,
I
accidentally
love
pulled
sending
it back.
1 to the 6. That's so good. Wow.
I love. Check it out, bro. I love
What's up?
sending an attack here and then trying to go back and send another one. And instead of capturing, I pull it back.
That happens to me sometimes. Like I'm just moving ships I don't want to move. It's so weird.
At least you paid for it for me. I think. No. Oh, I paid for it still. You're so far away though. I think I got pretty lucky with that. And you're not reinforcing it, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, that was.
You just kind of watched it from there.
You still
You
had
should have been more
production.
consistent. You're right. I would have won regardless at that point, even if you captured it.
This is some ball, bro. Like what? I mean, I guess like you know.
This is a. This is one where you kind of have to divide in 2 directions.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Here's what I think you should do 50% here. Do not move beyond this point. This is your like defensive maximum expansion. From here, you're gonna do like the other. Let's do 100%, right? And then go straight this way. And if the enemy takes the 8, depending on how much they send to it, you leave this one alone, and they should potentially leave this one alone. Because this is a very middle ground planet. It doesn't
Right.
really belong to anybody yet. But I think this is the only real expansion that's going to work here.
In a perfect game, no one would take the 5s.
Right.
However, someone would obviously take it in an actual game because I really don't think you like someone would have like I don't know. I don't think they would actually evenly distribute the ships
Right.
because it's just gonna be like that's just like a weird stalemate with
It
floats.
becomes floating. Yeah.
Someone takes the 5 and it's like
Look at me. Look at me.
yeah whatever. Yeah. What are you doing? What are those
17.
green things around your planets? Like what is that?
You have them too.
Yeah,
It's
but
literally at the start of the game. It just shows you your first planet, but I move so fast that I'm
okay,
seeing
that's so
it
bold.
still.
Like, so that's supposed to show you your first planet.
Yep. See,
That's interesting. Okay,
it's like an indicator, so your eyes go to it.
okay.
You have it too, though.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if that actually meant
So
anything.
I feel like you should win here because I took the 17 and I have tons of ships going for this one for some reason, and you're just 100%.
Well, let's see what I did because I didn't win this.
All right,
I'm
here.
slow.
Well, I didn't take the 5, so that works to my advantage, cutting off your possible tunnel.
I should have taken the 5. I really think I should have.
I
Because
think
you didn't have enough ships to like overtake it. But the float on the planet behind would be very like annoying.
you're aiming this fleet. I can already see it at this 5. Let's hope you don't take it.
And no, I'm gonna take it.
Nice. That was a good float. It's pretty unfortunate that you paid for the top 5.
I
And
think I don't know. The sending the fleet upwards was not the right. Like I think I should have just
minus
sent it to
10.
your cluster
You just
instead of the top because it's slow. Like when I attacked, I sent it up. Like I literally just made it harder for myself because I went to your 19 and then I think I sent it up
yeah.
and that just went straight through the 20, which made it way slower. Like if you go back, you'll see like I go for the for your A6 and then I just like yeah, it's so slow. Like I don't like
Right.
that.
I feel like there's not much analysis to do on these maps because they are
I should
simple.
have no. There's some I don't know. Well, for me, what would have been well, maybe. What do you think? If I sent an attack right from the same planet, but I sent it to your topmost planet that you have right now, and then
Uh,
redirect it to your cluster, would that have
so
been
you're
like
saying
better?
if we're both in the position we're in now,
Yeah.
and instead of going
Or
around this, you went straight up here and kept this little
like
float
yeah, then I
area,
have like yeah.
I
Instead of
think
what I did because that, like I just sent it to your bottommost planet, but then I went up
I
and it
think your
was like
strength here is going to be that this planet is weak, right?
yeah,
So in the position we're in, this planet's weak. I am minus 1.7. I'm also minus 3. So I'm down 20 ships in this point. We got very little distance because it's only what uh 4, 5, 6, 12 planet map. So 20 ships. That's a lot of ships to be down on a 12 planet map. All right. So here's what you should have done, which I agree with you. This attack is probably the best course of action from this point. Attack here, float like 3/4 of the way back here, just enough to make me move out of here while
all
you're
right,
keeping pressure. You don't want to lose this reinforcement because if you do, it's going to take a while to get back up here, right? So as soon
mm,
as I leave that, snap back really hard. And if you can hold this, because theoretically I'm not going to be attacking you, I'm going to be trying to get that back. Just keep tunneling and straight up there. If you can hold that, you win.
right.
That's a lot of production.
So another thing, which is like what like going back to what I said, if I take the 5 because you have a bunch of ships up there, right? Like the bottom
Right.
5,
Let's see how much.
and so
It's like 30 something ships.
well, oh, yeah, like I could have definitely afford like gotten that 5. And it's but you know what? You did good like sending it back. Like you are immediately sending everything from up there back, which is
Right.
like pretty good defense if I were to try to
So,
go
yeah.
thwart you from the bottom.
I think at this point, your opportunity has been lost to push through. However, at this point, this is maybe your only chance to bust through that 5.
Yeah.
And then even then, it's like I could pull this back and probably defend long enough. But the answer here would be a very low time frame float. Very low. Like you have to fly over, hope I pull back, and then capture it. So I don't know. I think going one direction is just a loss, honestly. Like you have these little slim chances of winning from this point, but defense is just way stronger right here than
Yeah, yeah.
offense because wall, wall. I don't
I
know.
mean, the 20 is definitely a good wall. I can't see the 20 being like, because that's not really like your wall. Like, if I'm attacking, the top 20, I mean, the top 20.
Right. So that's why I say this is your best course of action in this position.
Yeah.
And then, float a little bit here, make me think you're going to land over here, then instantly pull back.
Yeah.
But I think it's mostly just a losing scenario once you get down here like this, unless you can manage to take that 8. You see, it since I took the 17 in the beginning, what I'm thinking the better thing for you to do, since I took that 17, I took all 3 right off the go. What if you just went what if you just went like 75, 20,
Yeah.
and then just kept spamming this way and you went straight through here and into that one, and then you could like float 2 ships down there. I think you could have blitzed me like this since I took the 17.
Through the 20, though, like, I mean,
Okay,
I would
minus
might
7.
want to go for the 5 instead.
You take the 20. Now you're minus 3. You're only down 3 ships if you take this 20,
That's
and you're
true.
up in a lot of production as
Okay, that's true.
opposed to the 17. 17's death. Check mark. Uh, he can't take this 5. You only need like 2 ships down
Right.
here. He can't take that if he wants this at all. So now you have production that he's not going to have.
Hmm.
Like realistically, once he takes this, that's all he's getting.
Okay, okay.
You could probably even take the 5 too if you wanted. Then you'd be down 8 ships, but still, it's just unnecessary. So I don't know. See, there's like so many different scenarios in these maps.
Hmm.
That's why they're really good. Another one in a row. It's supposed to be a lower percentage of these. Maybe I have the old version. It's supposed to be like 30% bullet con. This one's obvious, right? This one's
Um,
pretty obvious.
10. I would go for the 10 and the 8.
I agree. 10, 8, 7's debatable.
I mean, if you like, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit debatable. It just depends on what you do. It really depends on what you do.
Right. This is one of those that relies on what your enemy does, if you can take it or not.
Nice
But
question mark on them. Like, what are we gonna do with that? All right.
I'm sure we both took that. It's oh
What?
no. Yeah, that's instant death. This was you trying to keep up with speed. Because I know if you just looked at it for a second, you wouldn't have done this.
I don't think so. I'm just like, no way.
All right,
This is
let's speed
interesting.
through these. Let's speed through these a little bit.
All right.
Unless you want to do like one last good one, and then we can speed through the
Just
rest.
14, 14. with the hundreds. Maybe the 9 after the second 14. No, actually, probably, definitely. Because it's
Definitely the
close.
9. Right, I agree.
Yeah, it's close and
It's
big
close and
prediction.
defendable. Yep. From here, it becomes a whatever your enemy does type game
Yeah.
again.
Hmm.
So, what are we gonna? When you're at this point, right? Imagine you got a little bit of a float going, and I also have an attack.
Yeah.
Your goal towards expansion, like, what are you working for? What is the next planet you're going to take if you have the opportunity to take another planet?
You know, like
Ooh,
the cheapest would be like my next option. If I was
cheapest.
thinking, it depends like how much I send. But like, I
Let's
mean,
instead of thinking about cheap, it shouldn't just always be cheap, right? Let's think about what
right,
has the most advantage towards our shape,
the
right?
28, I think. I mean, like, if you have a float, nah,
That's a little too expensive. That's just a little bit too expensive for me. I'm thinking for our shape because it's easy to go left, right, up, and down, right? These are like the most
hmm,
basics. Diagonal is kind of hard. However, I'm thinking the next best one would be this 18. Because not only is it the most production over here, but it's within a decent range of our thing. We don't have to
yeah,
tunnel in multiple directions, right? This just makes our center planet a little more important. This brings up another point that was taught to me a while ago about defense. Like if you think about defending, it's really all about balancing where your ships are, right? You want
hmm,
your ships to be kind of at the centermost point of the enemy's attack. So this allows you to keep these a little bit weaker and store all your ships right here.
yeah,
Because now you can go either direction, or you can go both directions, or if they're good enough to float three different planets, you can go in three different directions. So it's all about the center mass on defense.
right.
I can explain that better later, but it is on recording if you want to go back and look at it
I
when we
mean,
replay.
no, I get it because, I was gonna argue that, oh, it would be harder because the 9 and the 18, they're like super separate, right? But there's like the 14 just makes it like
Yep,
so
it's
much
like the
easier to
center.
defend.
Center
So
point
much
makes it way
e-
better.
easier to defend, yeah. All right.
Ugh. See, I think if you went from the 18 from this point, you beat me. God damn.
Yeah, no, you just took everything. I
I
can't.
know.
Oh my God.
I'm still expanding, and I have absolutely no reason to expand.
No, you're just flexing, bro. I'm just not doing all that.
It's fine. This map looks like shit. Oh god,
Holy
you are
crap, bro.
screwed.
Why are there two big zeros? What is that? This is not realistic. Like this is never happening in a game. I have never seen more than 1-0 in Phil's game. Like I don't think I've ever seen this like amount of big zeros. It just doesn't make any sense. Like what? And it's just some like it's some bull. Like you just want to take practically everything on your side because you have the 12 defending and as also restricting attack kind of.
All
It's
right.
just like and
This
easy
is
tunnels.
this is a hexagon player's dream map. Like this is
Um,
just the first half of a hexagon circle, the inner circle.
Literally 17, bro. Like I don't think it gets better than that.
This is a good map. This is a rough map for anybody that's not mechanically inclined. Okay, well, I don't think we need to discuss what happens here. Take everything. Cool. Ooh, I played it a little smarter here. I didn't just take everything here. Let's go. You took everything I took plus the 17. This should really be an easier defense for you if you just keep on reinforcing. So you went around the.
I love that.
You sending all these from here kind of triggered me to try to take this 4 because I know you're empty back here.
Yeah. That's where percent comes in, cause and if I just tunnel, like what am I doing?
Right. Like for the most part, what I'm seeing is like everything you do wrong is very fixable, and a lot of it is just like bad habits of you trying to keep up in speed and misclicks and all these other things. But is that it? Is that? Oh, there's one more.
This is like one more, yeah.
It's a stupid map. Okay, I don't even care about this one. We're just gonna take both the 4s.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna fall asleep. Yeah, that's it was over before I knew it. I literally like I knew once I reacted when you literally had your fleet on the 4, and then I was like, okay, well I lost, so I'm gonna take the 11.
You want to see an example of the 5100 working for a 4?
Sure.
So we got 50% all the way up, right? Look where it is. Check out what
Mm-hmm.
happens to the front line. Hold on. Here's the front of our ships. So once you push it, it goes immediately from there to there. It's not a huge amount, but it's like pretty big
That's fair.
because it is pushing them. Right now, you can see they're overlapped. Let's see what happens whenever they push each other. They get there just a little bit closer, faster.
All right.
It's not like a whole second or anything, but it's enough to make a tiny bit of a difference.
Yeah.
And you lost.
That like why? Like what am I gonna do
Yeah,
there?
that 11, it was just, I don't know, you like brain lagged there for a minute.
I don't see how I could have won like
Well,
at
that was a
all.
ping map too, and
Let's
I
say
had
I
zero
didn't.
ping.
Let's say I didn't take the 11. There was just like no point. I
Yeah, this
couldn't
one
do
was over.
anything. I literally couldn't do anything.
Look, bro, zero ping.
Yeah,
You weren't going to win this map. All right, well, that concludes our review session on these very interesting maps. Uh,
for sure, for sure.
I think going forward, I know it's hard now. These maps having to make these decisions with multiple different outcomes can only strengthen you on Phil's server, and not to mention here, since this could possibly be where the next tournament is going to be held.
I don't. I
Of
really
course,
don't want it to be where the tournament is held because
well, there
Phil's is just
is.
simpler. It's just simpler.
It's simpler,
Like
but it's also a lot less interesting. Like we had so many interesting games here where it like could have gone either way. And with Phil's, yeah, it's simpler, so it's easier to decide what to take, but it's harder to see who's actually better on those.
yeah, I mean, okay, you can argue that, but then if you start doing tournaments on these, it makes like it's just gonna be so much harder for new players to get any sort of chance at like winning the tournament. I
Well,
can't.
you could also argue that playing on these can help newer players improve a multitude faster at a faster rate
Right,
than they
but
would
like
on the easy maps.
I've only seen recently like a bunch like I don't know, I've seen the mods and stuff, but I don't see many, upcoming Asylum players using these. Like I haven't seen like the Vulture or like really anyone. It's just you and like I don't know, Arcade or just the people that host it. And so it's like like you're really giving me an advantage by like having me use these servers, but for the other people, I don't think like there might be a bit behind.
Dude, hold on.
All right.
Bro, don't tell me Twitch freaking. Oh my god, we might not have even recorded that, bro.
No
Wait, no,
way.
I think it's recorded. I can't tell. My Twitch is like tweaking. It's because I have a bad computer.
So,
Maybe if I exit out of the app, it'll just save it. Like, bro, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of my Twitch studio right now.
bro, I'm gonna cry. Like that is such a helpful. Yo, if that gets deleted, I will actually be very sad.
See this blank ass screen?
Yeah. Wait,
File
wait, hold on. I'm finding. Yeah, what the frick? Maybe
Oh,
it's
wait.
loading or something.
End recording.